Hi guys, it's Marieta. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I want to talk about how you can actually get a work visa for your family members, and I'm going to be focusing on E-2 and also L visa. So if you are actually thinking to move to the US on E-2 or L visa and you also want to bring your family members with you, this live Q&A is definitely for you. So if you have any questions, shoot the questions and I'm going to answer them. So we're going to be focusing on family members and the visa for your family members. So let's do this. If you are thinking to bring them under E-2 because you are E-2 investor or you are thinking to apply for E-2 investor visa, basically you have these options. You can bring your kids who are under 21 years old. They can actually come with you. But here is the trick. The moment your kids reach 21, they need to change the status. So let me give you an example. Let's say right now you're going to the US. Let's say your kids are 15 and 18. And you will get the visa for some countries issue it for 5 years, other countries 4 years or maybe 2 years. But the length of stay in the United States is usually 2 years, right? So you will come to the US with this visa and your kids will get a dependent visa. Same applies to your spouse. And then you have, depending on the year, like how old is your child, then you have the time frame, right? So for example, if your child, like we said, is 18, you have 3 years. The kid can be in the United States on this visa type, on this visa status for 3 years, as long as you have a visa stamp that is obviously 4 years or 3 years at least. Now, there is a difference between visa stamp and visa status. The moment you're entering the US, you are granted stay up to 2 years, but that is different than the visa stamp in your passport, because the visa stamp in your passport can be either for 5 years or maybe 4 years, depending on the country where you're coming from, or maybe 2 years, right? So it really depends. Now, your child will get the same visa for the same period, but if between this period, because you have the visa valid for a certain period of time, he or she will reach 21 years, then you need to figure out the situation for your child. That means the child needs to change the status. If your kids go to school in the US, then in such case, it's not that big deal, because then it's quite easy to change the status from E-2 to student, right? Which is going to be F1 visa. So what I recommend is, if you can, obviously if you are on E-2, there is no direct path to a green card. However, there is a way you can obtain a green card, right? It's going to be either EB1, EB2, or EB5. So the sooner the better. And before you actually apply for a green card, before the kid reaches 21 years old, you can apply for a green card and include the child in the petition for the green card, right? In that case, you are covered. Otherwise, what your child needs to do is to change the status from E-2 to student, okay? Now, same things apply to L visa. If you're coming to the US because you are here for business, you are either intra-company transferee manager executive, so you are either L1A, right, or L1B. Again, this L1A visa can be up to 7 years only, and then you can apply for a green card. And the same applies to your children, right? So if the child reaches the 21, he's going to lose the status. So you got to think of that. You got to think of the future. And therefore, it's very important to strategically set and lay out the plan long term before you actually engage in this process. So I hope it helps. If you have any questions, you can ask me now in this live Q&A. I also want to invite you for my webinar, where I'm actually talking about the difference between E-2 and L visa. So if you want to come to US as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, definitely sign up for the webinar, because I provide a lot of useful information there. And obviously, if you have any questions, if you need additional clarification, you can leave the comments below. And then depending where you're watching from, if you are watching on YouTube, then you can subscribe. Make sure to subscribe so you receive weekly updates. And that's it, guys. I hope it helps. Like I said, you do have options, and I would suggest to go with the green card as soon as possible if that's the goal, because then you don't want to be in a situation then you move to US with your entire family, and then after 2-3 years you have to leave because you know something doesn't work out, or maybe your child will not be enrolled in school, and then the child will lose the status. So you gotta think of all these possibilities before you actually plan the strategy and plan and execute the path and the actual visa process. So nice to see you guys. I see some of you tuning in. Hi there. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so this is just a very short Q&A. I hope it helps. Have a wonderful day. I'm gonna wrap up, and I'll see you in my next live. Have a great day. Bye.